Is that better? Is it? Why is this not wanting to work? Difficulty there, folks. It seems the mic is not wanting to work properly. back to the fight here. I'm sorry that we missed a little bit of action there. That's a Riptire out of Trine, looking to get something. Gets destroyed by that Junkrat over there on the flank by just throwing a perfectly well-placed mine. Trine is on the point, trying to force him off, trying to take the last remaining bit. That is a counter Riptire out of ONU. Trine does manage to secure the point. So that'll be the first round completed. Okay, folks, this will be the second round of the third match, with the objectives being flipped now, with Trine being on the defensive and ONU being on the offensive. Let's see what each team will pick for the hero lineup. Looks like ONU has not changed up their lineup, with Trine going with the same lineup, but one of the DPS still has not been picked yet. So let's see what the second DPS option will be. So it will be a Soldier Junkrat, with once again, ONU keeping with their tried and true Junkrat, who has so far been a complete menace to Trine University, getting multiple, double, triple, even quadra-kill Riptires. So if Trine hopes to win this point, they need to stop that Junkrat from getting any type of value to quickly build up that very dangerous Riptire. It looks like ONU is going around the left side here, with some Trine quickly giving up the high ground, which will give that Junkrat a good advantage. Try to come in, throw in some grenades, a mine or two, and just try to get some good damage in. Trine is trying to hold at that choke point, but they do manage to break in and go into this little side room. Trine's Junkrat is trying to get in there, get some kills. It does look like Trine does get 2 kills. One of the supports and one of the tanks. Looks like they're still trying to brawl in this little corner area here, and Trine does manage to completely force out ONU. So it looks like ONU has switched their Junkrat to a Pharah. It looks like that Pharah now is just going to try to stay in the sky, gets picked off by Vulcan. But Mercy, of course, isn't going to let that Pharah die. Is going to immediately res her and bring the DPS back up. Trine is both these Reinhardts are playing this corner, waiting for the first one to pick so they get the first swing off on that hammer. Both these Reinhardts are just trying to get into the purchase they can for the team with a wall from the high ground, from the Trine University's Baptiste. That will be enough to back off ONU. They will respect this wall and not peek. So currently looking at the score, there is 2 minutes left on the clock. ONU has not once touched this point yet. That is a Riptire coming out of Ninja. They threw a teleporter, trying to sneak in the back. Sorry, I did not catch that earlier. Those turrets are messing up the Reinhardt. Dies to the Reinhardt. That Mercy is being hunted mercilessly by those Symmetra turrets. They need to destroy that turret, because that thing can be dangerous if you're not paying attention. That was a valiant attempt by ONU to try to get in a very sneaky backdoor way onto that point, trying to ambush Trine. Trine, possibly already on the lookout for that type of attack, manages to beat them back. It seems that they did give up once again. They switched from the Pharah to the Symmetra. Looks like they might be trying to stick with this teleporter strat, trying to find a sneaky way to get in. Once again, they do. They teleport right onto the point, but the Sigma is ready for it. Does his ult. No kill. That is a ult from the Reinhardt. Symmetra wall cutting the point in half, now forcing Trine completely off the point with 60 seconds left. It seems the Junkrat's trying to contest, trying to hold on. But ONU is not giving Trine any purchase now. They know the clock is against them. They force him off this point completely with 40 seconds remaining. It seems that the teleporting Symmetra trick was just enough for them to get the edge over Trine and force them out completely. And of course, once they don't need the teleporter, it is back on that Junkrat. They know that their Junkrat will beat out Trine's Junkrat every time, and that Riptire has such a great effect if Trine is clumped up and not paying attention. It seems Trine wants to hold the high ground here, which is a very good vantage point looking in. The Vulcan and Ninja are split up, trying to find a different point of attack. Wall is popped from the Baptiste at not a bad location, but it could have been placed slightly better. They're trying to force Trine off that high ground. A wall and a visor pops out. That is a very good ult combo. ONU respects the wall and just backs off. Let's try and waste those two ults. So now that they know both the wall and the visor are down, and it will be a little bit of time for those to come back online, giving ONU the advantage here. Seems Trine still taking his high ground, still just trying to take little pot shots at ONU, try to make him burn a little resources for that main fight starts. ONU looking to try to recontest this high ground and force Trine off. Having this high ground is valuable territory. Because having this high ground gives you complete look at the point, and especially try and spawn. I mean, if you can get somebody up here, you can take shots anywhere you want. That is a Riptire out of Trine, going on the back ray, looking to get the kill. That is a beats out of the Lucio, completely negating that Riptire. No successful kills. Trine Sigma tries to get an ult to no effect. It looks like Trine's Reinhardt tries to come up top and stop them. Just throws the ONU's Reinhardt all the way down the bottom, all the way back to the beginning, and says, "You are not coming up here." And Trine does successfully completely push off ONU. But see, no, this is where Trine has to be careful here. ONU is coming up on 4 different ults. Each one of these ults by themselves can be game changers. As we've seen before from Dizen, his Riptire has gotten huge purchase and has completely almost wiped out Trine multiple times. At this point now, ONU has 5 ultimates. If they burn 3 of these ults and Trine only has 1, and it looks like we end up losing one of the members from Trine to another disconnect, unfortunately. It was Soren, their Baptiste, so the game has been paused until we can get him back, and he seems to have quickly joined. No. Joined the game. It said he joined the game, but it's not online yet. Sorry, folks, for this technical difficulty. We will hopefully get Soren back into the match very quickly. Is Trine just going to continue with their player missing? Oh, no, here is Soren. That is a Riptire coming out from ONU. Picks off that Sigma who is not paying attention to that tire coming right up behind him. But looks like Stecco does get revenge for their Sigma and is risen by the mercy. ONU is running out of time here. They only truly have time for one last attack. If they are pushed off this point, they will lose this round and it will go to Trine. They are running out of time. They have 30 seconds left. They have to make a play here if they wish to win this match. They still will have 4 ults to Trine's 1. Those 4 ults are more than enough to change this game. Comboing, yep, there's a grab. Using it only on the Sigma with a wall. There are 2 ults popped. Riptire coming out of Trine, killing one of their tanks. Soldier tries to pop his visor, but is immediately shut down by the Junkrat. Reinhardt picks off. There is a lot happening right now. I cannot keep up with this. ONU is on the point. They realize they are out of time. They have to get on this point. They have to stay in overtime if they want to win this game. This is a dangerous game. The more members that they lose, the bigger disadvantage that they are at, because their spawn is so far from this point. Once again, Trine spawn is just right around the corner for them. Their ball, trying to solo point as long as he can. Wrecking Ball is going, and that will be it. The Reaper try to come in with the Death Blossom. Gets two, but it is not enough for ONU to win this match. As right now, the game currently stands 2 points to ONU and 1 point to Trine. And once again, to no one's surprise, the past 3 games it has been this Junkrat consistently with the player of the game. And what do you know? To no one's surprise, once again, it is this Riptire, this dangerous Riptire with 2 kills. And once again, folks, I just wish to simply apologize for the technical difficulties early in this game where there was no audio. Thank you so much for your patience and your understanding. For the next match, it will be a hybrid attack, which simply means there's one control point you take, and once you take the control point, you simply push the cart to the end through the different checkpoints. This map will be King's Row. Folks, here we go with Game 4, a hybrid attack map on King's Row. With it looks like, yes, Trine University going on the offensive first, with ONU going on the defensive. And folks, if I had to take a guess, I don't think ONU will be changing up that Junkrat anytime soon, as it seems to be a very effective hero against Trine University. Let's see if I'm right. No one's surprised. Both teams are running Junkrat. This really has turned into the match of which Junkrat is going to try and dominate the other one and get the upper hand. Because out of all the ults in the game, the Junkrat Riptire offers some of the most useful team wipe ability. Simply put, if it can get behind the enemy and they're not paying attention, behind the Reinhardt, behind the tank, and there's no way to block it, it can wipe out a team very quickly, turning the fight. Oh, not again. Who's doing the Brink? I should have guessed it's Ninja doing Brink. Sorry, folks, there's nothing I can do about that commentary. We're all just going to have to suffer now. It seems that ONU is waiting here in the corner, letting just try and walk past this point for free. They are going to try to brawl in this room. I can't even tell you what's happening with one member being lost from Trine. That's unfortunate. That's the Junkrat being killed by the ONU's Zarya. That was a very quick fight in which Trine was just, they pushed forward. They decided to go in that room and try to fight with ONU and were just immediately pushed back. But it seems that ONU is not contesting this corner choke point here. They're just staying in this room, looking just to rush out and swarm Trine. They're going to let them get on this point, not contest them, with a very early window coming out of the Baptiste from Trine University. Riptire coming out. Oh, gets the soldier from Trine. And it looks like Trine will possibly take this fight. There's Zarya's trying to keep on this point, trying to stop them. Same with the Baptiste, trying to stop them getting any more capture. But it looks like it's not going to be enough. As once again, ONU at this stage of the game has a very long time from spawn back to this point, where Trine's distance is much shorter. That is the point taken. And Trine made a very smart decision here. They decided to let two of their teammates finish capturing the point while they pushed up to get as much ground as possible and stop ONU from pressuring them. But it looks like that was not enough, as the Reinhardt gets a kill. Yeah, Trine here unfortunately did get wiped out, but that card is now being pushed. Trine still did what their objective was. That was to push ONU back and not let them get on that cart and stop them pushing up. Inch by inch, foot by foot. That is all that matters, as you can just inch this cart forward. It seems ONU is trying to contest this archery right here and stop Trine from pushing up. And it seems that they will do it successfully. That's, what, 3 ults out of Trine University? Sigma, Visor, and Riptire. That was a heavy investment from Trine. That was 3 of their 6 available ults used in that one fight. ONU is doing a very good job forcing Trine to use resources to fight for every inch they can. That Junkrat coming off the top ropes and just dumpstering on the Lucio, just saying, no, you go back to spawn. Where was he even hiding? He's probably hiding around that corner right there. Once again, Trine is doing the best they can just to push up. At this point, they're trying to stop ONU from coming up to these control points, these checkpoints, and stopping them from preventing from touching the cart. That is another Riptire out of ONU. It's coming up top. Oh, that's an unfortunate grab. Riptire might. It did not get any kill. It looks like that Lucio dropped the beat ult, managed to save them from the Riptire, but ONU, even without that Riptire coming in clutch, is still managing to push Trine back off the cart, off the objective, and just trying to waste down that clock. It looks like Trine will lose this engagement here. They'll be forced back to regroup and attack. Fortunately, a very inopportune angle, because now ONU is now taking this corner here. Now, if Trine wants to push, they are the ones forced to fight into ONU to burn their resources, making the fight harder as it progresses as ONU uses less and less resources. That is a very early wall out of ONU, once again, on this corner spot. Trine respects the wall and goes up top. Because I know if they peek that corner with that wall up, they are going to get decimated. That Junkrat looking for a very sneaky flank. They're brawling in very tight quarters. In which ONU almost completely team kills Trine. ONU is doing a very good job holding these corners, making Trine burn their resources so they cannot fight effectively against them. Once again, Overwatch is only about resource management. What abilities you have on cooldown, how many abilities, how many ults you force that enemy team to waste. The more you can force the enemy to waste, the better off you are. It seems, once again, this Junkrat is, from ONU, is very aggressive. He's taking very forward approaches, trying to poke out. That is a visor and a wall from Trine. Well, that's a dangerous Riptire. He's going into that room, manages to take out one of their tanks. That could have been a lot worse for Trine. That Reinhardt did not shield that Riptire. It seems ONU is tried to shatter. Both Reinhardt shatter. Both Reinhardts block the other Reinhardt shatter. Trine is going to be pushed out of this fight. They do not have the resources left to push out ONU. ONU was very smart in that last engagement. They saved Death Blossom, Graviton, and Window, where Trine only has Sigma's ult and the Junkrat Rips Tire. And Trine has only one time for one last engagement. If they hurry, they are waiting, they are wasting time, which they do not have time to waste. Okay, off the bat, Sigma throws his ult, Riptire coming out of Trine University. The Trine University Junkrat kills the ONU Junkrat before he can get that Riptire off. There's the Death Boss, folks, that I was talking about. That's 2 kills on Trine, and that is not enough for Trine to win. Trine did not manage their ults effectively, and ONU held on to the ults as long as they could and managed to just dumpster Trine. They were not able to withstand that barrage of ultimates, which ultimately costed them the game. And now we will begin the second part of this match with Trine being on the defensive and ONU being on the offensive. Folks, all ONU has to do to win is push, not to where the cart currently is, but to the farthest the cart got, which is about this area here. Trine is going to be hard pushed here for the defensive to keep ONU from taking this round. It is doable, but it will be very difficult for them. Again, to no one's surprise, the Junkrat stays. The Reapers, ONU has not changed the lineup for this round. It feels that they are confident in this lineup, that they are able to easily push out Trine where they need to. Trine has actually switched up here. They have switched out their soldier for a Mei. Just looking for that stall, looking to be able to freeze the enemy solid and pick them off. Mei's ultimate can be very useful in turning the tide, because her ult simply, if you're in it long enough, your movement slows, you can't move as quick, and eventually you become frozen for a certain period of time. And then, couple that with the Junkrat tire, you're looking at a big collateral team kill, or multiple kills. It seems Trine is not doing what ONU did. They were trying to hold this corner. That is a good wall from Mei. Manages to try and separate the Ryan from the rest of his team. Both Baptiste killed. Trine is just getting pushed back by ONU. They cannot stop this forward assault. But it seems like they're trying to hold here. They do. They manage to take out 4 of ONU's attackers. Manages to prevent them from taking any capture on that point. It seems that the Trine's Junkrat is just lobbing grenades, just arcing them up while trying to land it in this area here, is trying to get damage. But now they are too close, and that arc isn't effective, so he has to readjust himself. That's what I'm talking about right there, how that Ryan got frozen by that Mei. That is enough to cause serious problems. But it seems Trine is not killed. That is an early Junkrat tire out of Trine. That is 2 down from ONU from the Trine's Junkrat. A wall coming out of the back. He's trying to save what can be saved from this failed attack. With both Baptiste popping wall, with the Trine University's Baptiste wall at a better angle, because they now have to come around this corner here onto the point, straight into that raiding wall. Alright folks, here we go. Dizen has his Riptire ready. Let's see if he's going to pop it. Going to save it for a very inopportune time for Trine to try and counter it. Trine has pushed up past this choke. It looks like they're just trying to burn this clock down. The more they can burn this clock, the better off they will be. That is... Yeah, that was a good beat. That's a... So many ults happen right here. That was unfortunately a late beat from the Trine Lucio. That's a... Frozen. Oh my gosh, there's a lot happening. In the end of all that chaos of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ults in total going off, Trine does lose this engagement to ONU, with ONU having over a minute left on this clock. Trine is going to be hard pushed to stall this point for 4 minutes and prevent ONU from winning. Big shatter out of Trine, right at that cart. Manages to take out the enemy Reinhardt. They are just going and trying to clean up. Here it is, folks. Here's the Junkrat sneaking around the back. Look like he's gonna try to pop the tire from behind where they're not expecting it. Let's see if Dizen does that. He's up, waiting for the perfect time to drop down and annihilate Trine. It seems Trine has given up on that very aggressive attack and are now trying to hold the defensive. Here it is, folks. Here's the Riptire. Decides to wait for a second to get a better position. Takes out 2 of Trine's members. There it is, folks. That glowing circle right there, that little rectangle, I should say, is all they need to push to win. Trine has no defenders. They were all sent back to spawn. With them, and the objective is getting closer and closer by the second with the bat staying on it. ONU is pushing up so far, trying to stop Trine from touching that cart. Trine they have less than 10 seconds. They have to push. It does not look like they'll be able to get past ONU's defenders. That was an unfortunate wall by that Mei, blocking off their team from moving, but that did not cost them. They are Trine is so close. ONU is so close to winning, and that will be this round, with the point going to ONU. Trine managing to put up a decent defense in the beginning, but they're just not able to stop ONU when they find that momentum and just start brawling past. This is interesting. For the first time in the 4 matches, Dizen is not the game of the play of the game. And with 3 of the 5 games going to ONU, it does possibly look like this will be the end of Week 2 of the GLEC, with the overall victor being ONU against Trine University. Once again, folks, thank you for tuning in today's match. Again, thank you for being so patient with our unfortunate audio, and we hope to see you all again next week. Take care. Goodbye.